Hey friends. Last week my wife and I took two of our kids, the two daughters, to Toronto for a day trip downtown. And I don't know how they talked me into it, but they convinced me to go see Little Canada. And it was a lot of arm twisting and a lot of promises and convincing, but I finally agreed to go. Yeah, if you believe that. I've got a bridge to sell you. Anyway, it was a good time. I talked the family into going. At first they didn't want to go, but once we went down, you can see a little, when you first get in, you can see a little preview of Niagara Falls, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, the family decided, yeah, it might be alright, so we went in. It was cool. It was well worth the price of admission. Now, I actually wasn't expecting the family to want to attend. I wasn't expecting the family to want to go, so I didn't have a good camera with me, but I just had my cell phone. But I still got some pretty good video, so here, I'll let you have a look at what I got. So the tour actually starts with Niagara, but my files got messed up, so they're all out of order. So we're going to start with Toronto. It was really cool. It was really detailed. There was a lot of buildings. I used to know which ones they were, like that polka dot building in the back there. I used to know what those were, but I don't remember anymore. They've got little labels though saying what everything is. There was a lot of animation. There's Dundas Square. You can see the building that Little Canada is actually in the background. You can see the layouts. They modeled their model. It's really cool. Old City Hall says something about it took them 1 kilometer of printer resin, or the ribbon I guess that their 3D printer uses to make the building. There's the new City Hall. Nathan Phillips Square in the front there. Oh yeah, a little subway stop underneath. That was also cool. Little TTC streetcar. I don't know if it's an actual replica of what the TTC uses, but good enough. It was good. It was good enough for me. I actually thought there would be a lot more model railroading going on, like trains. I didn't really know what to expect, but I thought there would be more trains running. But really, I wouldn't call it a train display. It's an HO scale model of Canada, I guess. But the trains, I don't believe the trains are meant to be the center of attention. Oh, Union Station in Toronto. Oh yeah, you can just make it out here. The roof is actually closing on the dome, or the Rogers Center, whatever they call it now. It'll always be Sky Dome to me. Honest Ed's, that's a famous Toronto landmark. It was like a discount store, I guess. That's the little train that runs between Union Station and the airport. Can't really see it very well here. The little vehicles running around, that blew me away. I assume they're running on a magnetic track that keeps them going where they're supposed to go, like a track under the road there. And they're battery powered. I don't think I filmed it, but there's a spot where you can see through a window, and someone was putting their little vehicles on chargers and taking other ones off. Hamilton. My dad used to sail the lakes in the 40s, and he sailed on those oar boats. This is Hamilton, Ontario. There's a big DeFasco steel plant there. When I was a kid growing up, the town I grew up in isn't too far from Hamilton. We used to go there once in a while. That globe that says Hamilton there, you can see that from the highway. That's pretty cool that they added that. There's DeFasco. And again, I was filming on my cell phone, and it's an tired old cell phone, but I really wasn't expecting to get in to see this. This was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I filmed most of it during the night, so you couldn't really make out a lot of details. That ski hill was awesome. Yeah, I think there's a yearly race where they take long boats or long canoes across the river, and I think that's what that scene was replicating. Chateau Frontenac. Somebody's got a ditch light out. We were talking to the lady. I was asking them questions about the control for the trains and stuff, and they mentioned that all of the models are by Rapido Trains, and I was like, oh, cool, neat. But then I'm looking at it Rapido Trains never made any of these. The passenger stuff, perhaps, is Rapido Trains. The little skier. That was cool. Yeah, this is actually the first scene you come into. I'm pretty sure the water was projected from the above onto like a white surface. I didn't actually look up to see where the water was coming from, but I'm pretty sure that's what was going on. It's impressive. It was pretty cool. Yeah, Maid of the Mist moved. I heard the horn honk, and then I heard someone say, "Oh, the boat's moving." And I was like, "Huh?" So I went over and looked. Like, wow, that's cool. That was the first animation I actually saw, because, like I said, this was the first part of the tour that you get to. Clifton Hill. See, this little day trip, we had a few ideas. One of them was just go to Toronto and hang around. Another one was to go to Niagara Falls. And the other one was to go to Exhibition Place, or to go to the X, which is like Toronto's fall fair. But it was rainy and crappy this day, or it was supposed to be, so we decided, oh, we'll go to downtown Toronto and hang around the malls. There's a Chrysler 300 there smoking. That's pretty much my experience with Chryslers too. Although I own one currently. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, I think 4 or 5 times, you're probably Chrysler. My buddy's got a Chrysler 300 that he just loves, so I gotta send him a picture of that. Helicopter rides over the gorge. Power dam there at Niagara. Pretty impressive. This was the first night cycle I saw, and I was pretty blown away by the lights. It was cool. My family's from the East Coast, so this particularly interested me. Oh yeah, this was Prince Edward Island, Cavendish Farms, the Big Potato. Oh, Magnetic Hill. This is in New Brunswick near Moncton. It's a spot where if you park your car, it looks like you're parking your car at the bottom of the hill, If you put it in neutral, it'll roll up the hill, but you know, it's an optical illusion. It's a cool place. There's a little petting farm there and stuff. It's a little tourist trap. Bay of Fundy. My family lives near the Fundy shore in Nova Scotia, so quite familiar with the tides of Fundy. Oh, this was Halifax. Pier 21. Pier 21 for Canada is like that place at the Statue of Liberty in New York where a lot of the immigrants came through. The Pier 21's like that. You would land in Canada at Pier 21 and then get dispersed to wherever you were going from there. This was Little Newfoundland. It was, you could hear fiddle music playing, and that house is lit up and rocking back and forth. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of little gags. Some of these I didn't even get, but there's a lot of little sight gags here and there. I could go back and just I should go back and pay attention to them because there was a lot of them. It's kind of the amount of stuff to see, the details, like the sight gags and stuff, it's almost overwhelming. There's so much to see. I know I missed a ton of it. And I was trying to be careful not to miss anything. Must be Canada Day. That's when they have that set up like that, usually for Canada Day. Concerts and stuff on Parliament Hill. Tons of sight gags in this building that I'm sure I missed. Yeah, the little balloons were going up and down. This was Gatineau, which is Ottawa's on one side of the river, Gatineau's on the other. And yeah, they're known for a big balloon festival. Waterloo. My sister used to work at University of Waterloo. And yeah, we're known for our Oktoberfest parade. Unfortunately, it was nighttime, but there's a big German population here, and they Oktoberfest, they celebrate their heritage. It's a pretty big deal around here. I think this was Stratford, but that doesn't look like the Stratford station, so I don't know. Maybe it's Goderich, because that's the salt mine at Goderich. And yeah, the salt mine goes out under Lake Huron. The salt cars actually roll through here in Kitchener. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you go see Little Canada sometime. It's well worth the price of admission. Anyway, if you liked what you saw, why don't you hit the subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.